Hello. Today we have with us Clarissa Burgess. Clarissa's a Year 12 student at Santa Sophia, and she has recently been awarded a National A badge in netball umpiring, which is a huge achievement for somebody so young. So congratulations, Clarissa. For those people who may be watching that don't know a lot about netball, could you explain the different levels of grading in netball umpiring for us?
So you have your association badges, which is where you learn all of your development and how to umpire, how to use your whistle, and then you get onto your National C badge, which is your entry-level badge, so you can start going through the Netball New South Wales pathways at state titles and all of that. And then you go into your B badge, which is where you have a little bit more development. You can start, using your vision off the ball, and a lot of B badges often go up into the pathway, and you'll find that all of the umpires in Metro League are B badges.
Right.
And then you have your A badge, which is where you have some of the top umpires in the state,
Which is
in the
you.
country, and they pretty much are able to umpire Premier League and all of the competitions above. And then your AA, which is the Suncorp Super Netball umpires.
And is AA the highest?
Yeah.
So you're only one step away from the highest level. So if I was to go to an Australia versus England match, they would be AA umpires.
They would be AA.
Right. Oh, well done. That's a huge achievement for, how old are you, Clarissa? 17 or 18?
18.
18 years old, and already has her A badge. So congratulations. So how long have you been umpiring, and what inspired you to become an umpire? I'm assuming you were a player at one point?
Yep. So this is my 5th year umpiring. I think I started netball at 7, and all of my friends wanted to get into umpiring too, so I thought, I'll give it a try, and ended up really liking it and went through the pathway.
Yeah, good. And what was your first game of netball? 5 years ago, you would have been 13 years old. Can you remember that first game of umpiring, and tell me a little bit about it?
I was definitely really nervous for that, I remember. But I definitely wasn't as good as what I am now.
Yes.
And confidence definitely wasn't as good, but very helpful to have like all of the coaches from my club there, like the umpire coach
As support.
that I had, support. Otherwise, definitely wouldn't been able to do it.
Yeah, for sure. Yes. Imagine as a National A, you've come across some pretty interesting situations. If you've been doing this for 5 years, what can you remember a particularly challenging game from an umpiring perspective?
I think any game in Premier League that's in the home and away rounds, they tend to draw pretty big crowds in. So it gets really loud, it gets really intense, and yeah, it's sometimes pretty hard to concentrate when there's so much noise around you, and especially with the players, it's a lot harder to manage.
It would be difficult for them to hear your instructions too, I would imagine. Yeah. And again, mentioning your age, but you're 18 and you're umpiring people who are much older than you. Do you find that the older players are tempted to perhaps argue with you or tell you how to do your job because you are younger?
I think they've sort of learnt to have a bit of a mutual respect with the umpires, and the umpires same with the players. But I think as long as you're confident in your calls, you have good communication with them,
yes,
you tend to be all right with managing players on court.
Yeah, and you mentioned before about the games where there's a lot of spectators. Have you found it difficult when spectators are yelling out and telling you that you've made the wrong call, or trying to tell you how to manage the game?
It's definitely, like, you definitely hear them for sure,
Yeah.
but you sort of learn to block out their comments and focus on really your performance and how the umpire coaches think you're doing.
Yeah, well, it takes a lot of concentration to do that though, you mentioned communication, and I wonder, has netball umpiring helped you in other aspects of your life, like school or friendships or your part-time job, for example?
Yeah, I think I've definitely gained a lot of confidence in my life just from umpiring, and also definitely gained a lot of communication skills within that. You know, being able to talk to someone, especially within interviews for jobs, and just everyday conversations with friends and everything.
Yeah, for sure. Well, it's been lovely to chat with you, Clarissa, and my last question is, where do you see umpiring taking you in the future?
I hope to still progress through the pathway, and maybe hopefully one day be able to umpire the National Netball Championships. I feel like it'd just be a really good experience being with all of the other national A's around the country, and yeah, hope one day that I'll be able to umpire that.
Yeah, and my daughters and I, we love our Suncorp Super Netball games, and we often go to live games, so I look forward to going to a game one day and seeing you as the umpire, Clarissa. So congratulations, and